Oh wow, look at those things. Cool. Check this out. We've got Delaware Lackawanna Spirit of Freedom number 1776. This is an M630. One thing I love about this locomotive, well, first of all, let's notice the font they use for the number under the cab. They use the same font behind the number board. I think that's so cool. Also, we can't really see it from here, but the Liberty Bell is got a black crack painted on it to look like the bell in Philadelphia. And we have this NYSW, which Drayden here says on the phone, he says is New York and Susquehanna and Western. Is that correct?
Yeah, New York, Susquehanna, and Western.
Up front, we've got the 4249 and a 4516. Both of those are AC 44 C6Ms leading this 11Z southbound out of Shenandoah, Virginia. Drayden and I are actually going to see this locomotive, both of these actually, with tons of other locomotives painted for the 250th at the North Carolina Transportation Museum later this August. They're having a 250th commemorative locomotive gathering at the Roundhouse using the turntable, just like they did for the Heritage locomotives when Norfolk Southern released the original 20 back in 2012.
11Z run over.
Point over.
Ready to come to you, yard side, Shenandoah, lead motor, NS4516.
Signal indication over.
Signal indication. Thank you.
All right, folks, well, after a little bit more switching and waiting for a crew to be called from the hotel in Harrisonburg, 11Z is finally departing Shenandoah southbound. We're giving a little chase this evening. It's funny how I have people from Ohio tell me what's going on in my hometown right then and there. That's just how the hobby works, man. Everybody works together to give each other a heads up, so keep it up. All right, if you take a look all the way down there, that's control point Elkton. I think that might look like red coming through on your screen, but that is yellow over green. That is approach diverging. That is indicating, if you know your Norfolk Southern signals, that they will be taking the diverging route into the siding at Stonewall down there by Coors in the straightaway down through there. It's about, I want to say it's almost 2 miles, if not 2 miles. Speaking of 2 miles, that's about how long this train is tonight. Now let me tell you why that's a problem. All right, so the speed in this section here, to the best of my recollection from my time in Norfolk Southern, is 50 miles per hour right through here. The train cannot go 50 until its entire 2 miles is within the 50. And then it goes to 25 as you come into Shenandoah going north. He's coming south out of that section. Well, when we saw that DP come by at Shenandoah, he was well past Frog Pond. So he was getting close to the 50-mile-an-hour section, but he can't go 50 until he's 2 miles into it. All right, so you multiply that over an entire route, whether that's 106 miles like it is from here to Hagerstown, or a couple hundred from here to Roanoke. Well, you're losing a lot of time by not being able to run it as efficiently as you can because it's so incredibly long. Now, the helpful part, at least on this train for the length and the tonnage, is that he had 2 DPs at the rear and not just 1. All right, that's my cue. Got the FJ headlights on. Let me turn on my my second sun.
Yes, 11Z's got approach diversion, Elkton out.
Southern, milepost 111.6, no defects.
This trailing DP is like a new geometry car. It's got equipment on the under that rear truck. See the lights under there? Interesting. New tech on that locomotive. All right, let's go.
Yes, 11Z's got a diversion approach. Stonewall out.
There's the 12Z with the 1011 and a 3989. 12Z, if you can see, kind of dark out there, but moving north on the main to get out of 11Z's way. I heard her say that earlier when they were talking to the yard crew. Yard crew wanted to come out behind 11Z, and she said, no, I need to get this 12Z in the yard before you come out because I can't move 11Z until I do. It's a train length problem. Shocker. I can't imagine how long 12Z is. I thought 11Z was long. There's our units of interest tonight. So we'll get ahead of these two and wait for a favorable signal. So we got a northbound. 11Z ain't gonna move for a little while. And that is also gonna put a damper on the plans of the V68, which was trying to get in the siding to give cores a switch. But they're not gonna be able to do that for a while. Yep, hurry up and wait.
Y'all in the siding or on the main, buddy? Are we in the siding? Wow. Brilliant.
That's 16T is fair signal, Lynnwood and Lewis Run. Out.
See what we got on this 16T. Right. Clear signal Lynnwood. Clear signal Lewis Run. Northbound, probably at track speed. This is great. Reading a northern car. 5 of them in a row. Telephone poles. We're reading a northern. Trash going back to the city. Let's see what this is. UP 5896. Wow. UP 5896. Wow. Look down there, you can still see the old Norfolk and Western CPLs, color position lights. Still standing after over 100 years. Gates coming down at Island Ford Road and 340. Train, no right turn.
16, first signal, Island Ford.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 119.8, no defects.
All right, here's one from the rule book, and you're about to see it. We can see the dim light reflecting off the side of the train. When that locomotive goes by, full headlights should come on that 11Z. By rule, headlights are to be dimmed when passing. Once locomotives have passed, right there you go. Headlights come on to do an inspection of the train. He's watching for anything that could be wrong with the train. Dragging equipment, anything hanging off the side of the rail cars, shifted loads, anything like that.
Alright, 16T, y'all look good. Over.
Alright, y'all look good here.
Thanks for just check. Y'all be safe.
Alright, y'all too. And that 16T has stop signal on Stonewall.
In there, let us see if got a good signal outside. I'll look for that.
Love that reflective stripe. That is so cool. That paint was well done. There's that Pan Am boxcar again. Into the dark she goes. Yeah! Old Southern gone. Don't see many of them left anymore. They're disappearing. There's an N&W still out there. Not quite 50 years. But Norfolk Southern's going to have their 50th in 2032. And all the Southern N&W that's left that was made in 1982 will be out of service. Well, folks, we certainly have had a fun Railfan vlog this evening. This is it for me. That's all for tonight's video. Fantastic to be able to see these two units heading to Spencer. I'll be there next weekend to see all of the 250th units. I'm gonna cover as much as I can, as you know, and I want you to check something out. I got some new merch, railfanrowan.com. This is brand new. I've never had merch before, but due to popular demand, I decided to design some. You guys have been asking me for it for years. Also, channel memberships are live now. For the price of an engineer's coffee, you can be a member and get access to all kinds of cool perks. Exclusive live videos, early access to all of my content, and more on the Railfan Rowan YouTube channel. As always, from here in Island Ford, Virginia, be sure to stay safe, may God bless, and we'll be seeing you.